We all want money. We spend most of our lives working for it. Some people are obsessed with making more of it, while others pretend it doesn't matter. But we all think about money. Whether you're making a little or a lot, money is always on your mind. We spend our lives chasing it and worrying about it. Think about it. Why do most of us wake up early, go to work and grind every single day? Because money pays the bills. It puts food on the table. It lets us take care of our families. But here's the thing. Even though money is a huge part of our lives, we still act weird about it. It's taboo to talk about salaries. People pretend they don't care about money. But at the end of the day, we all have this same question in the back of our minds. How much money is actually enough? So is there a magic number? A point where you say, all right, I've made it. I don't need to stress over money anymore. Is it $1 million? Is it when you can buy anything you want? Or is it just being able to cover your bills without stressing? Because let's be real. Some people seem to never have enough, no matter how much they make. They always feel like they need more. That is why some people are making 6 figures but still feel broke, while others make modest incomes and live comfortably. So where's the line? At what point can you say, all right, I have enough. I can relax now. Well, in this video, I'm going to break it all down. What the research says about money and happiness. Why people always feel like they need more. The biggest mistake people make when thinking about wealth. The smart way to define enough for yourself. And how to actually enjoy the money you have. By the end of this video, you're going to have a whole new perspective on money, one that actually brings you peace instead of stress. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Welcome to Flourish in Wealth, where financial freedom begins. All right, first things first. Why is it that no matter how much we make, it never feels like enough? If money automatically made people happy, then every millionaire would be stress-free and loving life. But we all know that's not true. Why? Because of 2 things, adaptation and comparison. The truth is, it's human nature. Our brains are wired to keep wanting more. It's called hedonic adaptation. Here's how it works. You get a raise at work, and for a few months you feel great. You're excited. You can afford nicer things. But after a while, that new paycheck just feels normal. You start eyeing the next level. Then you get another raise, and the cycle repeats. This is why someone making $50,000 a year thinks $100,000 would solve all their problems. But then when they hit $100,000, they start thinking, man, I need at least $250,000 to be comfortable. And then you have comparison. If you make 6 figures but live next to people making 7 figures, you might still feel broke. Studies show that people in wealthier areas feel worse about their income than those making the same amount in less expensive neighborhoods. It's not about how much you make, it's about who you compare yourself to. It never ends unless you change the way you look at money. And this is why we see millionaires who still don't feel like they have enough. Because they're comparing themselves to billionaires. The lesson? If you don't decide what enough looks like for you, you'll always feel broke, no matter how much you make. Next, let's get into the big debate. Can money actually buy happiness? You've probably heard both sides. Some people say money doesn't buy happiness. Others say only people with no money say that. We see people with massive houses, luxury cars, and private jets, yet some of them still seem miserable. At the same time, we've also heard that money can't buy happiness. But then, why does life feel so much easier when you have enough of it? Now, if I asked you, would you be happier if you had more money? You'd probably say yes, right? I mean, imagine waking up tomorrow with an extra 100 grand in your bank account. That stress about rent, gone. That car repair you've been putting off, handled. Maybe even that vacation you keep saying one day about, booked. But hold up, does money actually make you happy? Or is there a point where more money just stops mattering? This is something we don't always admit. Most of us don't just want enough money, we want more money, and the reason is simple. We assume more money equals more happiness. But here's where it gets tricky. Studies show that making more money does improve happiness, but only up to a certain point. For example, there was a famous study in 2010 that said happiness plateaus after $75,000 a year, which is about $93,000 today with inflation. Meaning once you hit that income, your day-to-day happiness doesn't really increase much. But here's where it gets interesting. A new study in 2023 by Matt Killingsworth found that happiness keeps increasing with income, even beyond $500,000 per year. That means there's no real happiness limit. The more money you have, the more options, security, and control you gain over your life. So now we have 2 different answers. One says there's a limit, the other says there isn't. Which one is right? So what's the real answer? Both are true. Money reduces stress up to a certain level. If you can afford your bills, emergencies, and a comfortable life, your stress levels drop. After that, more money doesn't automatically bring happiness. It depends on how you use it. This is why some wealthy people feel empty while some middle-class people are perfectly happy. It's not just about how much you have, it's about what you do with it. So if happiness isn't just about hitting a magic number, how do you know when you have enough? Instead of chasing a random number, define enough in terms of lifestyle. Ask yourself, can I cover my needs comfortably? Housing, food, healthcare, transportation. Do you have financial security, emergency savings, no crushing debt? Do you have freedom? Can you take time off work? Can you make choices without money controlling you? Can you enjoy your life? Travel, experiences, hobbies, spending time with loved ones? If you can check those boxes, you have enough. Anything beyond that is just extra. Quick pause, guys. I want you to do something for me. Drop the word enough in the comments. Why? Because this whole video is about figuring out how much money is enough. Let's see how many of you are really thinking about this. And if you're finding value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm and it really supports the channel so I can keep bringing you more content like this. Now let's keep going. Here's a weird thing about money. No matter how much we make, we always find ways to spend it. Have you ever wondered why even millionaires still say they feel broke? It sounds crazy, right? But it happens all the time. The reason is lifestyle inflation. Let's say you start making 50K a year. You live in a small apartment, drive a used car, and shop on a budget. Then you start making 100K. You upgrade to a nicer place, buy a better car, and eat out more. You feel great for a while. Then you hit 250K. Now you have a luxury apartment, a brand new car, and vacations. But guess what? Now you're surrounded by people making even more than you, and suddenly you feel behind again. This is why some people making 500K a year still feel broke. Because they've increased their expenses so much that they're still living paycheck to paycheck. The lesson? If you don't control your lifestyle, you will never feel like you have enough, no matter how much you make. So what can you do? Start by being mindful of your spending. Prioritize what truly brings you joy and fulfillment and resist the urge to keep up with others. Remember, financial freedom isn't about how much you earn, but how well you manage what you have. So if making more money isn't the solution, what is? How do you actually use money to feel happier? Research shows that how you spend money matters more than how much you make. Here are 3 things that actually increase happiness. 1. Buy time. Paying for things that save you time, like hiring help or outsourcing tasks, reduces stress and lets you enjoy life more. If you're working crazy hours just to afford things you don't even have time to enjoy, what's the point? Instead of buying things, use money to free up time. Hire a cleaner so you don't have to spend hours scrubbing your house. Pay for grocery delivery so you can spend that extra time with your family. Use your money to buy back time so you can use that time for things that actually bring you joy. 2. Invest in experiences. Instead of buying material things, spend money on experiences like travel, concerts, or time with loved ones. Research shows that experiences bring way more happiness than material things. Why? Because experiences create memories, and memories don't lose value over time. That dream vacation, that concert with your best friend, that stays with you. Meanwhile, that brand new phone you bought, give it 6 months and you'll barely care about it. A new phone feels good for a bit, but a trip with your best friends, that's something you'll talk about forever. Experiences are exclusive. No one else can truly experience what you felt on a special vacation, a concert with your best friend, or a deep conversation over dinner. But a luxury car, a designer bag, someone else can buy the exact same thing, and over time, it just becomes part of the background. Another reason experiences bring more happiness is that they appreciate over time. Unlike objects which lose value, experiences tend to become more meaningful as time passes. Your mind filters out the bad parts like a delayed flight and remembers the good parts, like laughing with loved ones on that trip. 3. Have accessible money. Studies show that even just having $500 in your account makes people feel way more financially secure, even if they have savings elsewhere. 4. Give to others. Studies show that spending money on others makes people happier than spending it on themselves. The key is using money to improve your life, not just increase your status. Guys, at the end of the day, what's the final answer? How much money is enough? Well, it's different for everyone, but the real answer is this. More money can make you happier, but only if you use it the right way. People often overlook the psychological benefits of financial security. When you have a financial cushion, you feel less stressed and more in control of your life. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you can handle unexpected expenses without spiraling into debt. This kind of security allows you to take risks, pursue passions, and live a life that isn't dictated by financial worry. People never feel like they have enough because of lifestyle inflation. The best way to measure enough money isn't a number. It's whether you have security, freedom, and less stress. The happiest way to spend money is on time, experiences, and giving to others. So if you're asking how much money is enough, the real answer is enough to give you security, freedom, and the ability to enjoy life without always chasing more. So instead of asking, how can I make more? Start asking, how can I enjoy what I have? Because in the end, that's what actually leads to a fulfilling life. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to check out my other video here for more money tips and ways to take control of your finances. You won't want to miss it.